Hello and welcome back to Mr. Rich again. 5 for free. You're watching me, and I like to like a lot of pussy because it's fun. All the time. Oh shit, I died. Alright, so how's your guys' day doing? I know for me, I just woke up. Well, no, I didn't wake up. I didn't sleep. There's a difference. So yeah, I did. It's like 4:20 in the morning. I haven't been able to rest properly. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, that's not good. Get over here, you fucker. Yeah. So let's see. Hopefully this quest we can try to get all the true Hobbit things. If not, it's gonna be
Drenched
it's gonna
and
be a
exhausted,
sad adventure.
the company stumbled across the entrance.
Alright.
Safe enough. Search to the back.
Yeah. So,
Caves in the mountains
yeah,
are
some crazy stuff's been going on lately.
In the mountains until Gandalf joined us.
Plans change. Bofa. Take the
Star
first watch.
Lego Star Wars has been announced. The ultimate Skywalker Sega, and I'm actually pretty excited because Lego gives a lot of love to the Lego Star Wars series franchise over a lot of others. It's a very interesting thing, and it's probably because like the Lego Star Wars brand has been one of the biggest for them, considering Lego Star Wars 1 and Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, have been bestsellers, and they've been doing well with that, which is really fantastic. Because I think for me, I actually really like that they did that. So yeah, so there's that. So what levels am I expecting to be in Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, and what stuff they may not have? Right, so off the bat, I'm gonna say with full confidence they may bring the level of Palpatine versus Yoda, as well as Palpatine versus Mace Windu and Kit Fisto from Lego Star, or not Lego Star Wars, but for Revenge of the Sith portion. Those have been really well done in the movie, and I can see it being adapted, and it'd be pretty awesome. For episode 2, I can see them do the segment where Obi-Wan flies after Jango Fett and then goes through the meteoroids. Why do I see them being doing that, you may ask? Well, it seems like something they may do because the fact that when they first when they announced that they were going to do this, it seems like something that is a for sure kind of thing. Just because Obi-Wan tends to, or not Obi-Wan, yeah, I can see them add that because it was one of the bigger features in the Clone Wars that was interesting to see, you know, going through the meteoroids. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the idea of Empire Strikes Back with the meteors and the TIE fighters, but with the added premise that you're being pretty much a one-on-one. It's pretty cool. That's what I find. I find it really cool Oh, okay. Yeah, so I can see them add that, where they add that fun level, or that as a level. I think from what people said, you're going to start off in the Trade Federation ship from episode 1, but you are not going to, you're not going to be in the same, like, it's not going to be level 1. Apparently level 1 is going to be where you're going to be chased underwater, in Naboo, which sounds pretty cool. I like that idea, you know, you going, like, you going underwater being chased by those fish. I like that idea because it's like, it is definitely something that, I can see them bring. The next thing that, I'd like to see them bring that probably didn't have in any other levels was, let's see here. So they got, obviously, you know, your Jedi characters, your other characters, stuff like that. One character I would love, or like one level I could see them do for maybe A New Hope is, or no wait, no, there's, you know what, for Revenge of the Sith, they have a lot more levels that they can put in. Especially the one level that was never put in the original one, which was the level for, what was it? It was the chase sequence where you're chasing General Grievous. So I can see them add that in like the General Grievous fight, where you're going, where you're pretty much being chased by that lizard. Can I get that? Oh, get that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love cheesing things. It's one of the. I think that's the thing. It's like sometimes it's fun to cheese things because it's like, oh, you're not supposed to do this, but it doesn't say you can. Oh wow. And there was like a skeleton right there. I don't know why I didn't just pick that up. Alright. So yeah, so my predictions is they're gonna add more to the General Grievous fight, where you're chasing down General Grievous on the lizard dude, as well as having extra levels like the whole Palpatine part and stuff. And then episode 2, I can see them with that thing. Alright, let me focus for a sec. Alright, so. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool what they can do. Yeah, you gotta be pretty quick with these. It's pretty annoying, but you will get a trophy for getting like 100 and something. Alright, perfect again, and alright. Yeah, so you will get a trophy for getting 150,000 studs worth of those, which is pretty cool. So as for other predictions, what do you, for my picks, I think for sure that they'll have definitely, they'll definitely have that for sure. Episode 1, I think they may also include the Battle of Naboo, which I was surprised that they didn't bring to the Phantom Menace. Now, a lot of people are mixed feelings about the prequel and the sequels. To me, I find it, I enjoy Star Wars regardless, even though there's a lot of hate towards, you know, like Last Jedi and stuff. I just like the flashy elements, you know, like, oh, okay, you know, space fights and stuff, they're pretty cool. But the only thing is, yeah, the story is atrocious and it's poorly written. And I don't know why people like to defend poorly written characters, because unfortunately when you protect poorly written characters, you're expecting less, or you're pretty much allowing the creators of the story to put less effort pretty much into it, and that I think that's why like with Star Wars, I can relate to a lot of characters regardless of intent. I keep on forgetting that this is not a hack and slash game. No, I keep on pressing triangle because I was playing Devil May Cry for a while and Monster Hunter, and I guess the combat, you have your light and heavy. Oh, there's a purple star. Nice. Yeah, so you got your heavy attack, your light attack, your stuff like that. So yeah. So I do see where, you know, a lot of the people hate the Disney sequel and stuff, but when I played LEGO Force Awakens, I enjoyed it a lot, not because of the story, but because of how far that the LEGO team went for it. You know, they didn't have to go out of the way to make a full level just for, you know, just for all these things, and then they added extra stuff that you know, you don't really know. And I find that really cool because honestly, I find that it's really engaging when they do that, where it's like, you know, even though they have a reputation, like LEGO has always found a way to make the best of worst situations, and you can see that with LEGO Lord of the Rings, or not LEGO Lord of the Rings, I think that was a decent one. I think the worst LEGO game in my opinion, maybe LEGO Indiana Jones 2, just because they focus more on level building and not full-on engagement with the stories. So it did felt lacking there, which is very fair to criticize. But unfortunately, there are some other things that we should mention too, such as the fact that LEGO games have a weird reputation with people. They're meant for everyone, you know, and they do well with all audiences, which is really good. And I think that's why I like the LEGO games, because they do their best of all audiences instead of trying to be like, oh, well, this is just a game for kids. You know, I find that a really lame excuse for people to try to justify really bad animations, really bad games, and stuff. Because it's like, you know, even though it may be a game that is geared towards that, you're pretty much saying that your effort is not worth it because it's not a demographic that you're pretty much you're stating that the demographic is not worth your effort or time for improvement. And it's really sad because I know that, you know, a lot of games that a lot of people grew up with, you know, Pokemon, Zelda, a lot of the Nintendo stuff, even like you know, Spyro and Crash, like there's a little bit of complexity to their games that is really interesting. Like for instance, even though Spyro has is alright. Alright, hold on. For instance, like even though Spyro is the dragon and stuff, he still has some complexity to that. I know what trying to get that. I wonder if I even have anything in my inventory. No. I don't even have a new inventory. That's the goblin sword. Alright, oh well. He tried. That's frustrating. Oh well. Right, then I gotta concentrate again. Alright. Wait. I didn't even know you could do that. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't even know you could do that. That's freaking hilarious. Wow, I didn't even know you could back out of that. Oh, and I just got the trophy Master Builder.
Time. The answer is time.
That's pretty awesome. I may have to cut that part out. If I do cut it out, people are just going to wonder. There's going to be a segment where I'm going to look like a doofus for a moment. Because I was trying to get the last green mushroom and I couldn't get it.
You stole it!
I can't remember if there's a boss battle at the end of this, but if there is,
Who would be so bold as to come armed into my kingdom? Spies? Thieves? Assassins?
Dwarves, Your Malevolence.
Dwarves?
We found them on the front porch.
I know that sword! It is the Goblin Cleaver! Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all!
Next will be one of the bees and then that. Right, you'll be on the floor. Lie down here and never be found. Down in the deep of Goblin Town.
Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all!
be wrong, you'll be beaten and battered, wrecked, you'll
And
be
so this may seem like it's
down here and never be
contrary.
found. Down in the deep of Goblin Town.
Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all! Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all!
Bones will be shattered, necks will be wrung, you'll be beaten and battered. From wrecks you'll be hung, you'll die down here and never be found. Down in the deep
Alright, I think here's a good level where you can get the trophy for 50 days. Again, looks like you fuckers.
He wields
So
the
one thing I also want to mention is, if I do get a big following on this YouTube channel, I do want to state that I will probably not want to get monetized because I don't like the idea of being censored just to hold in an audience. Oh, for fuck's sake. But yeah, so
Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all! Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all!
so war against Dorty. Freaking love Dory.
Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all!
I'm trying to remember because this level seems familiar with other levels. So this is definitely one of the bigger levels. So yeah, we will definitely get the trophies. Do I have this? Oh, okay, so what I find weird, this is one thing I do have, so this is one thing I want to say about Geralt. So this is one thing I have to say about Lego Hobbit and Lego Lord of the Rings. Well, I don't know Lord of the Rings. So what I do find is how it is very strange that they have two targets instead of just one. I don't find that adds to the gameplay. It just more is an annoying. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's the fact that there's two targets between bow and slingshot. So I do find that this is kind of weird for this kind of game. But yeah, like I said, I'm so used to what is it? The action games that I play because I guess when I play them, I'm like, oh okay, you know. But I guess I didn't realize that it's one of those things where the controls may be frustrating to watch at times because I keep going back and forth with some, but it's understandable, you know. Not everyone will play the same game, but I do notice that most games do follow a similar pattern when it comes to button controls. So for the PlayStation, I guess square will be light attack and triangle will be heavy attack. As for stuff like okay, so as for stuff like so if you notice, there's a couple of hints here to tell you what to do, so you just gotta go between him. Get that one. Alright, my first missile and the Goblin hat. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna see all three. 1, 2, 3. That was my bad. Yeah, so a lot of, so if you notice some stuff about button mapping and stuff, I find it really interesting that a lot of games follow that formula where X and A are jump, square is light attack, triangle is heavy attack. Some games will have different buttons for gunplay. So, like for instance, if you're going to be playing like some, it'll be like left or right trigger. One of the trigger buttons will be the aim. So I think like for most games it'd be like R2 to stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. a story for something. It's really difficult when you're... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's really bad. I thought you could jump down there. Also, it's been a while since I played this. I think last time I played this was 6 years ago? No. 6 years ago because this was a newer one. This came out like at the end of the last gen. Like near the end. Somewhere close to no, before, no, it could be. Bam. Maybe something that I can do too. Yeah, so when I was talking about the demonetization, one thing that I want to bring up too is the fact that I don't want to be monetized if I have to change my content to be lighter tone. I find that my tone of style that I am, it would just... honestly, I don't like the idea of censorship because it's YouTube broadcast yourself, not YouTube broadcast for others. You know, I get that, you know, a lot of people, you know, find things like a certain, you know, a certain sense of morality, I guess, but the problem is you want to be able to enjoy what you do, and if you can't enjoy it because, you know, like, the thing is, this site has so much potential to be so much, but because it's got this way of wanting to censor people, it doesn't feel engaging. Alright. So we're about to hit up on the end. Yeah, so when we hit there, I don't know if I'm gonna get it because there's that too much. Little, I made you out of wood. Little, I know that I could. Little, I'm beating you right now. Little. Because I'm beating down the wedding thing, which is fucking awesome because it is right. So what do I find interesting about most games is so with LEGO games like this, I find that, like, even though The Hobbit's not my favorite game, kind of, it is one of those games that I can somewhat enjoy, but it is still not the best LEGO game in my opinion. Oh wow. What I don't get is how come they didn't work on that some more. like that aspect. Like we could have done so much with that. Alright, so it looks like we could possibly see. Oh my fucking god. Alright, so it's possible that we can save this? Okay. At least now I know we can just back out if we make a mistake. So that's good to know. True Hobbit? Well, not True Hobbit. Master Burglar. Oh yeah. We did it. We actually got the Master Burglar. Sweet. It's always good to get that, you know. I think for me, when I get the true status, like the true burglar, the true hero, it feels good because you get that sense of the fact that you accomplished something. You know, because like these levels are pretty difficult to get a lot of stuff on. So sometimes. Let's stand up. Alright, so let's see if I can. So yeah, so between my favorite LEGO games, my favorites will be the LEGO Star Wars for number 1, because I actually enjoy it a lot. For number 2, I don't know what series I would say. I'd probably say LEGO Marvel Superheroes, the first one. Not particularly a fan of the second one. It just didn't feel as good to me, I guess. It felt like they kind of jumped
What are you going to do now?
a little too early. Just gotta dazzle 50 of them. Or dazzle 50 times. I don't know how often first saw that, I didn't know that was there. The flash and beat them. So for me, it sounds like flash them, feed them, kill them all. know you can do this. You can just do the square thing where it automatically does it. It's pretty cool.
Slash them! Beat them! Kill them all!
This part I find interesting because you kind of just fall to your doom. I think there is, however, one. So this is the bathroom that does really. Okay, it's not yeah, so this level is pretty quick grass, which is good. And that was the magic.
Well, that could have been worse.
Well, Goblin Cave, I guess you can say. So I know for the Lego Star Wars, I know that the grunts they're thinking about adding. It's not a confirmed 100%, but they are looking into that department. They do say that there is voice acting, but the problem is a lot of people are very. I guess a lot of people are very. What's the word? Divided about that. I think it would be a good idea. But I don't think because I think the problem is when they added the voices to a lot of newer games, the worst audio one happened to be Jurassic World, where the audio was very off. But they do have what they have, which is okay. But if they need to, I think what they should do for the future is they should get voice impressionists to try to fill in those roles instead of taking clips from the films, because I think that just happened to be a bad idea. That'll do it. That's what the trophy's called. Confused Goblin. 100%. Goblin hat. That's good because now you don't have to worry about fighting goblins. Didn't get him any kids. I got two.
Where is our Hobbit?
I think I saw him slip away when they first collared us.
I'll tell you what happened. Master Baggins saw his chance and he took it. We will not be seeing our Hobbit again. He is long gone.
No. He isn't.
Man, if I had that ring, there would be so much I would be doing that'd be inappropriate. But that will be all, folks. And you guys have a great day. Until next time, see you on the next episode of Mr. Red Dragon 5 for free.